Hello, my name is Ali Yousefi. Welcome to the Test Automation and EasyRepro series. Designing EasyRepro, we'll look at a common EasyRepro object called the entity object. We're going to review the entity object, including entity information, working with forms, actions, and subgrid, some common commands. We'll perform a demo, and finally leave with some references. So as part of the entity object, we have a couple of properties here called getEntityName and getObjectID, which will give us the name and the object of the current entity. So working with forms, you see we have many different properties that we can use here, including adding values for activity party lookups, clearing values, getting fields, setting fields, selecting tabs, selecting forms using the form selector, getting header and footer values, and removing values. The entity object includes some common actions you'd perform on an entity, including reassigning, opening and closing the record set navigator, deleting a record, opening a record, saving a record, and switching the process. Forms typically include subgrids, and EasyRepro has the ability to loop through subgrid items that provide counts and also open a subgrid record using getSubgridItems, getSubgridItemsCount, and open subgrid record. Here's some common commands I find useful when designing EasyRepro test. When updating complex values such as lookups or option sets, with the lookup you use the lookup item object, and for option set we have an option set object. For saving a record, you simply have to provide the method save. And working with subgrids, it's helpful to familiarize yourself with the getSubgridItems. For this one, it's important to know exactly what the label of the subgrid looks like so that you could pull the records correctly. So now we'll start with a short demo designing EasyRepro. We're going to perform the following: creating a lookup item object, creating an option set object, switching a tab on a form, looping through subgrid items, and finally saving a record. Welcome to this demo of designing EasyRepro. In this demo, we'll cover 5 common actions, including setting a lookup, setting an option set, switching tabs on a form, looping through subgrid items, and saving a record. As you see here, I am going to start by logging in and navigating to my custom UCI app. From there, I'm going to open up the cases sub area, switch to active cases, and open the second record in the grid. Okay, you can see I've loaded my UCI app. I'm now going to go to service and then cases. Click on the second record. So we hit our breakpoint for our first demo, which is working with the lookup item object here. See, I'm going to reference the customer ID attribute and give it the value of a VentureWorks sample here. And then set the value using setValue. As you can see, a VentureWorks got set for customer. Now we'll work with option set. We're going to change the case origin code to phone. Origin is now phone. Now we're going to go into changing a tab on a form. In this case, we're going to go to case relationships. This will get me to a subgrid child cases I have below. Put a breakpoint here with F9. You can see when I mouse over subgrid, I now have a count of 2 for these subgrid items. So I'll just simply go through one of these quickly. I'm going to print out the entity name, the ID, the URL, and a column on the grid called case title using the get attribute method. You can see here that I've written the incident as the entity name, the ID, and the case title, delivery never arrived sample. Now you see I have both delivery never arrived sample and custom title, which correlates to the child cases subgrid and the case title column here. Finally, we'll save the record. And we can see that this passed successfully. That's the end of the demo. Thank you. Finally, leave with some references, including the EasyRepro GitHub repository and the blog post designing and debugging EasyRepro unit test. Thank you for watching this edition of the Test Automation and EasyRepro series. You can find my contact information in the slide here, as well as in the description below. Thanks.